What is up, my fellow fly fishermen? Graham Ferguson here, host of Fly Casting Colorado. Today I am super excited to get out onto the water. I am getting an awesome opportunity to go up to Deckers on the South Platte, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. Deckers and the South Platte in general has always horrified me due to the fact that it is extremely pressured. The fish there are incredibly picky, among other things, and it's just a very hard place to fish, and I've always felt very intimidated by it. And I don't know if I'm going to catch any fish today, but my resolution for 2019 is going to be, I know this is a little bit late, but it's going to be to go out onto some of these more technical waters and try my luck. And I want to see if I can try to catch some fish on some of these harder pressured fisheries, because that's really what's going to make me a better angler. So yeah, even if I don't catch any fish, I'm going to make a video about this just so I can show you that even some of the best fly fishermen, not including myself, struggle on different waters. And if you guys watch my videos, I've had a lot of people who kind of look up to me, but I'm telling you, I have my weaknesses too. I hate pressured tailwaters. I'm horrible at fishing them. So that's something that I've wanted to get better at, and I decided I was gonna take you guys along the journey with me. So I hope you guys enjoy this kind of new, fresh, and exciting episode of Fly Casting Colorado, and I'll see you guys when I get onto the water. So we have just arrived at Deckers. We are up near the Flies and Lies fly shop, and my mom's going to the bathroom real quick, and then we should be down on our way. I think we're gonna go maybe a little bit below Deckers just to kind of escape some of those crowds, but the flows are looking fantastic, so I'm super excited and hopeful that maybe I should catch a fish or two. Two would be nice. Whatever works though. If I don't catch anything, I'm still gonna make a video out of this just so you guys, because I really want to document this. This is actually my first time ever going to Deckers, so yeah, hope you guys will see me fishing in a little bit here. Here we go. So a little update, I've been throwing a leech with a olive UV midge-emerger and then a Darth Baetis, and to be completely honest, I haven't seen any action. However, the water is much deeper than I was anticipating, so I just threw on a bigger indicator and a bit more split shot, because I wasn't really touching bottom at all. So hopefully with more weight and a bigger indicator, I might be able to get down to where these fish are hiding. So I started bouncing around from spot to spot all over the place and was not getting any action whatsoever. And I wasn't even seeing any fish, which, as I have heard, is not exactly commonplace for Deckers. So I was getting a little bit confused. I was trying every fly I had. I was fishing pretty much everywhere. I wasn't seeing any fish, even though usually Deckers is pretty much full of fish. I mean, it's gold medal water. So I was a bit confused. I wasn't exactly sure what was going on. So in the end, I decided to stop by Flies and Lies, the fly shop that's very local in Deckers, to see if they could give me some tips to help me out. We're just gonna go to Flies and Lies, check out, see what they say about it. Hi, I was fishing for a while, but I couldn't seem to do anything. Do you have any advice or like...
Put more weight on.
Put more weight on?
That'd be my first word of advice. What are you throwing at?
I was throwing a, I forget what it's called, big, like a caddis pattern.
Dry fly?
No.
No,
nymph, and then followed by a Cheeseman emerger, and then a zebra midge.
Cool. That should do it. Maybe go into like a salmon worm.
Yeah.
As a lead fly, and then fish like a pheasant tail, and then fish your Cheeseman emerger or an ours too.
Yeah.
Just make sure you got the weight that you're getting.
Yeah, definitely.
And fish a short line.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for the advice. I'll see if I can get on a few more. All right, thank you. So, using the tips that I had learned from the guys at Flies and Lies, I went up a little bit higher, and I immediately started actually seeing some fish that I wasn't seeing before. And that was a huge plus for me. I had no idea that there was such a much higher volume of fish much higher up in the stretch of the river. So that's what we did. We went up higher, and basically what I also learned is that as long as you're throwing a general idea of what those fish will probably be eating, and you have good nymphs and you have a good drift, those fish will eat. Fly pattern isn't really a big deal. What I noticed is that it's really weight and presentation. You really need to use enough weight to get down to the fish, and you really need to make sure that you're not having any drag on your drift, and your drift is really good. And fish will eat if you do have all those things right. Sometimes they won't, of course. There are fish that'll sit on the bottom and really are super picky and won't take anything that you're throwing. But for the most part, fish usually will take. And the next thing that I learned is that you really want to be able to see the fish in order to cast to them and therefore catch them. It's really hard to do much blind casting, especially when the water is really high like it was when I was there. It was running at around 300 CFS. So definitely use your eyes, get some polarized sunglasses, and be looking in the water to spot out fish, because a lot of times you'll just be casting to water that's completely void of fish, and that isn't a very good way to catch fish. So really make sure that you are sight fishing for most of those fish, and if you are not, just cast into really, really fishy water. So I definitely learned a lot from this trip, and after I stopped recording, I ended up hooking about 4 or 5 fish, but I only got one of those fish I hooked on camera. Well, it was an awesome day on the water. My first ever time fishing Deckers. It went quite well, to be honest. For the first while that I was fishing, I could not seem to catch anything, and I realized that was frankly because there just wasn't a lot of fish where I was fishing, and I didn't see anything, and I also didn't use enough weight. So a big thing is definitely weight. But towards the end there, we moved up, and I think that was where we should have been most of the time. I hooked 4 fish in total. I hooked one that was probably 20-ish inches. I want to say more, but I mean, that's probably just, me being excited. So yeah, I think I have that on video. If I don't, I apologize. I didn't land any of them. However, it was an awesome, awesome day on the water. Great to learn some stuff, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and learn a few things for yourself. Hey, so I actually realized that as I was probably laying awake at night thinking about all those fish I lost, I realized that one of the reasons that I lost most of my fish was probably because I wouldn't move with them. Most of the fish went straight downstream, and instead of walking with them or following them, I just kind of pulled my rod like that and tried to keep them from going downstream and tried to horse them in, and every single time they popped off. So if you guys learn anything from this video, it's go downstream with your fish. Just chase after them and don't try to pull them upstream, because a lot of times that current will get too strong and you won't be able to, the hook won't have a good hold. All right, thanks.